Hello beautiful yogi, this is Veronique, and for October's yoga tutorial video we'll be looking at dancer's pose. Dancer's pose is a really great balancing pose where we can establish confidence to find our balance on the mat, and perhaps that will transcend to off the mat as well. So I'll demonstrate some examples of how to use the support of the wall, some variations as well, and we will journey to the wall together. Come this way. So find yourself close to a wall. This is a really great way to just find the proper alignment and get comfortable with your standing. And then once you have felt that alignment in your body, then slowly moving away from the wall so that you can feel that balance on your own. So starting with the wall, I'm starting, depending on what your length of your arm is, maybe about 3 feet away from the wall. And then find your standing grounded, right? So before sort of coming into this shape, really take the time to set your foot up well so that your all 5 toes are spread nice and wide. You're grounding down, lifting up through the arch, and then that engages the entire standing leg. So then you'll come to bring your hand to the wall. So I'll start with the right leg lifted first. So you'll find a drishti, a point of focus, a gaze where you can find a steadiness. So oftentimes, both on and off the mat, right? If our attention is all over the place, it's really hard to find calmness and to find stability. So finding a clear point of focus, nice, slow and steady breaths, that will really help set the tone to bring calmness into the mind and into the body as well. So from here, once again, find your grounding first and really slowly just start to bend whichever leg you want to start with. So traditionally, maybe lifting the right leg up first. And you might reach for that foot. If the foot is a little far away, depending on how tight you're feeling today, you might also use a strap or maybe a towel to find your foot. And then linger here. So resist the urge to maybe come into the full posture right away. Take care that the knees are lined up. So I'll just turn this way so you can see. The knees are lined up, one right next to the other. And the heel of the elevated foot is coming into the glute. So the tendency sometimes is to kind of splay the knee out. Keep the knees nice and together. And that helps to square off the hips as well. And that will engage through the entirety of the core. So from here, you can start to kick the foot into the hand. So the back bend actually comes, in really all of the back bends, the power comes from the legs. So starting there first, kick the foot into the hand as little or as much as you like, depending on your range of motion in your hips and your shoulders. And with the hand on the wall here, maybe you can start to lean forward as you kick the foot away. So I'm actively kicking the foot away, and that sends my heart forward. And this is a really nice way to feel that confidence. I have a pretty strong hold onto the wall, and then that way you're able to find that really nice stretch. It's a really great stretch for the quadricep, and then it actually strengthens the entire standing leg as well. So really wonderful pose. So I'll just show you really briefly what that looks like in the center of the room. You'll find your grounding position, so maybe standing in Tadasana, mountain pose, and then finding a point of focus. So I'll look just to the wall in front of me, and then I'll start to find the foot. So it's okay if you bring the knee out a little bit to reach the foot, and then recommit to bringing the knees to line up. So I like to raise my opposite arm up overhead. You can make maybe your hands, I like bringing thumb and index finger together. And then I'll start to kick the foot into the hand. And that will bring my heart forward. So maybe you'll find a little point where you might wobble. Try to come back to the beginning. So the tendency when we fall out of a shape is we want to sort of pick up where we left off. See if you can come back to the beginning. So finding your breath. Sometimes looking to the floor brings more stability. So reaching forward. Breathe about 5 breaths and then inhale, rise up. Extend your arm, and then with grace, release that foot to the ground. So Just notice how the breath is when you're in this standing balance. Tendency when we are really focused is to maybe hold the breath, or the breath becomes really shallow. We come into this place of fight or flight. So really important, deep belly breath, and then find your edge, right? If you fall out of it, maybe laugh. It's really easy to sort of take it really seriously when we're trying so hard to master a shape. But oftentimes, right, the poses are the portal to the self, and the way that we are able to be compassionate with ourselves when we fall out of the shape is maybe a really nice mirror to how we're able to have a little bit of sense of humor when we fall out of a situation or a goal that we're working towards off of the mat as well. So be sure to do both right and left side so you're in balance, and thank you so much for watching. Namaste.